Welcome to the Dental School Guide podcast, your ultimate destination for all things dentistry. I'm Dr. Tanner Townsend, your guide through the complex world of dental education. Join us as we uncover the secrets of acing dental school admissions, navigating residency programs, and exploring career opportunities. Please share and enjoy. Real quick, just wanted to make all you pre-dental students out there aware of a resource. If you've ever been worried about getting into dental school or are wanting to get into that school of your dreams, then you definitely want to check out a program called Dental School Guide. In the program, we walk you through how to save money, time, and heartache when applying to dental school. There's so much fluff out there when it comes to resources for getting into school, and we are streamlining all of that. With our comprehensive digital course, expert mentorship, and personalized application review services, you'll have everything you need to stand out to admission committees. Take advantage of this amazing resource that will help you increase your chances of getting into dental school. You'll want to check out dentalschoolguide.com. Check it out. Welcome back to another episode of the Dental School Guide podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Tanner Townsend, and today we are privileged to have Taia with us, who is one of our fabulous mentor students who got into dental school. Taia, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, we are super excited to hear your journey, and you are so wonderful. You've done an excellent job through this whole process of making sure you're staying on task and accomplishing the things you want to accomplish, and you are such a great go-getter, and we're so proud of you first and foremost on getting into school. But
Thank you.
first, tell us a little bit of background of how you got into dentistry and some of the things that you've done over the years to show your interest in dentistry.
Okay. So most of the reason I got into dentistry is because of my experience as a patient. I grew up with a class 3 underbite, and I had to do a lot of treatment, including orthodontic treatment and surgery. And that was something that inspired me to be a dentist, because it kind of gave me my confidence back, and I was able to smile and basically just I'm sorry, just get my confidence back and feel like a normal person, because I was very insecure about my bite. I didn't smile, so the dentistry opened the doors for me, and it's just I was able to give back. I want to give back in ways like people going through the same thing I am. I want to just give back because I know how it feels to not have a perfect smile.
I love it. So you've done a lot of things over the years, I know, to prepare for dental school. What are some of the things that you did along your journey once you had that experience with your class 3 underbite, and then you knew this is what you wanted to do? What were some of the things that you did on that journey to help prepare yourself for dental school?
So I reached out to a family friend who is a general dentist, and I was shadowing her. I shadowed her for a while, since 2019. And during undergrad, I got in contact with the pre-dental club, and I was able to find this opportunity where in Metro Atlanta area, I was able to be a volunteer dental assistant serving the underserved. So I did that since 2019 as well, and it kind of just my built my basically admired me to be a dentist. Like seeing the dentists and the oral surgeons come in and help people who don't lack access to dental education and dental treatment overall, it kind of inspired me to keep going.
I love it. Well, along the way, we all kind of encountered challenges as we're like, okay, we want to be a dentist. We want this to be a part of our future and our career. But there's always like little hurdles that we have to overcome, whether it's like a grade in a class or not doing well on a test or struggling on the DAT or for whatever reason. With what you feel comfortable sharing, what were some of the challenges that you felt like you faced, and how did you overcome them?
So around fall 2019, I had a family incident, and my grades slipped a lot. My science GPA ended up like in the lower twos, 2.3 if I can be exact. And I knew that was not competitive to get in dental school. Like before I graduated, I already knew my GPA was just not competitive at all. So one thing I had to do was self-reflect and think about my options. So I kind of talked to my universal advisor, like my advisor at undergrad, and he suggests that I did a master's. And he gave me a list of master's programs I can do around. I'm from Georgia, so he gave me a lot of master's programs that were in the state of Georgia. And I did my research on a ton of master's programs, and after I graduated, I kind of just built my portfolio by just volunteering more and also getting into a master's and completing it and getting a perfect GPA in it. So
Yeah, you dominated that Masters. We were really proud of you for that. You
thank you.
absolutely just showed everyone what you were made of, which was great. So, as you got closer to the application itself,
Mhm.
what were some of the things like the application's a little bit daunting and picking schools is a little bit daunting. What did you find was like the hardest part of that application process for you? And how did you choose the schools that you decided that you wanted to apply to?
The hardest part about the application was probably putting my personal statement together. I'm not a great writer, so it took a lot. It took some time to like get a good personal statement for me. And the way I picked my schools were basically schools who not not low GPA friendly, I would say, but more closer to home, but also masters friendly, I guess. I So that's how I picked my schools, and also schools who accepted people with my DAT scores.
Mhm.
So that's how I chose the schools.
I love it. Well, tell us a little bit, and we want you to be 100% honest here, of how your experience has been with Dental School Guide. How did you feel like it helped you get over the hump? Did you feel like there were certain things you're like, man, I'm really glad I had someone to kind of help guide me along the way during X, Y, and Z steps. So what were some of the key things that felt like Dental School Guide helped you with along your journey?
So I One of the things I did like about dental school guide was the fact that they gave me the idea to work in the dental lab. I never would have thought of that. I would have just went the normal way doing the dental assisting. But now that going back, now that I'm really grateful for that information because I think it's really going to help me in dental school. Knowing like what I do now in the dental lab, I'll be fully prepared in lab. So that's a good thing. And I also felt like the postcards we mailed out at the beginning of the application process really helped me even though I didn't get accepted into all the schools or didn't hear back from all the schools, I do feel like some schools did, reach out through email, and even though I didn't get accepted, I do feel like that was a good way for schools to, like, get to know me or know that I'm serious about, their schools.
I love it. Now, tell us a little bit about the interview process. We prepped you for the interview, but tell us a little bit about some of the things that you remember from your interviews that you did, and then what that was like for you going through that process as we kind of were in the fall going through those interviews.
So, dental school they prepped me. We had a one-on-one session where, um, Dr. Townsend had, gave off a list of questions that the schools I was interviewing typically ask their students. And we went over the basics like, tell me about yourself, why dentistry, why the school. And I think it really prepared me more than I needed for the interview just because I'm very shy and when I get shy, I start stuttering, and I'm just a very nervous person. So having those questions asked before the interview kind of helped me alleviate some of the anxiety I have because I'm a very shy person, and interviews are very daunting. So I was able to be a little prepared for any like interview I had.
I think you did great, and you were such a great interviewer. I think your shyness wasn't as much of a hindrance as I think you think it was, but you absolutely dominated your interview and dominated our mock interview. So you did awesome. Now tell us now, Tia, where are you going to school this next year? Where'd you get accepted?
So I decided to go to Meharry Medical College School of Dentistry, and
Okay.
I'm excited to start.
So what was that like for you when you received that acceptance email? I noticed that you were super excited. And I'm glad you texted me and let me know. But what were some of the things and the feelings that went through you as you got that acceptance letter?
So I was at work when I got
Oh,
the
you
acceptance.
were.
No, I wasn't. Oh, no, no, no. I wasn't at work. I'm sorry. So I was I was doing something for work. I was at my grandma's house, and my job was doing this ornament contest. And I paid all this money, and the best ornament, like, it's an ornament contest they have every year. And it's a first, second, and third place winner, and they all are able to win money. And so I'm putting all this money and time into this ornament, and I was up late at night. And around 12 that morning, I got an email from Meharry saying I was accepted. And I read the email, and I didn't tell anyone because it was, one, it was early that morning, so I didn't want to wake anybody. And then two, I was shocked because I didn't really think I did well on the interview because I'm shy, I'm giggling a lot. I'm saying so it was a shock to me. So I was excited, but it's like inside excited. So I wasn't showing any like emotion outside, but it's still a shock to this day that I got accepted into dental school. So, but I was pretty shocked.
Well, I wasn't shocked at all. I was so
I
excited
was
for
shocked.
you, and I think you did such an excellent job, and you were going to make an excellent dentist.
Thank
So,
you.
just to kind of close out here, what
Mhm.
do you feel, Tia, are um, some things that you learned along this journey, and it can be any point of something that you learned along this journey of applying to dental school that you felt was really helpful for you, that you would want to impart wisdom and help and support for those in upcoming cycles that you would want others to know.
Okay. So one, speaking to my pre-dents with low GPAs or low DATs, um, the I want to say to never give up. It may take time to basically better your application, but never give up because I was in like your shoes before where I felt like I couldn't pursue dentistry because of my DAT or my GPA, and I felt like it was going to be the end of the world. But when you reach out for help and you get genuine help, it's always people, will tell you need to do this and you need to do that. So throughout my journey, I've had a tons of help. Um and one of the other things I would like to say is so another thing I would like to say is, never compare yourself. Like, that's the real thing. Never compare yourself. Like, I'm in a lot of Facebook groups and different chats, and it's a lot of people, explaining their GPAs and DATs, and they're pretty high. And sometimes you can get discouraged because you feel like, oh, I got a 17, I got an 18 on the DAT, or I have a low 3.0 and or a GPA in the twos like I was. So you see a lot of people, post their GPAs and DATs, and it can be discouraging. But never compare yourself because it's people, it's it's people like me who got accepted, and then it's people who got higher scores than me that didn't get accepted. So it's really depending on you. Like, do what you have to do to get into dental school, and don't try to compare yourself or do what others do to get into dental school. If that makes sense.
I think that's excellent advice, Tia. Well said. Well, Taia, we just wanted to thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for sharing your wisdom and your journey with us and
Thank you.
how you've arrived at starting dental school and on that journey to becoming a dentist. So we're so very proud of you and thank you for coming on once again.
Thank you.
Well, that is it for today's episode of the Dental School Guide podcast, and we will catch you all next time. That's all for today's episode of the Dental School Guide podcast. We hope you've gained valuable insights and inspiration to fuel your journey into dentistry. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast for more expert advice, inside tips, and engaging discussions. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave us a review. It would mean the world to us. Until next time, keep smiling, keep striving, and remember, your dental dreams are closer than you think. Thanks for tuning in to the Dental School Guide podcast.